1, 2, 3.
Blazer!
Feeling Potter. Davis hammers it down. Trujillo.
Oh, yes! Okay.
Yes, sir! Oh, wow!
Trailblazer. Welcome to Trailblazer Tip-Off.
Let's go!
And welcome inside the Burns Arena here in St. George, Utah, getting you ready for Utah Tech and the Lions of Justice University. Hi there, everybody. Rod Zundel along with my partner, Mason Sawyer, the former Trailblazer. And Mason, Utah Tech coming in with a record of 5-6, 3-1 here at home. Justice coming in with a record of 5-3 overall, but 4 of those wins have come against the same team, Navajo Tech. Now, Justice is part of the National Christian College Association, so this is an exhibition game for them. However, this is one game that will count for Utah Tech.
It counts, yeah.
It counts on the record. So Utah Tech coming off a hard-fought loss 10 nights ago at Santa Clara. Santa Clara is very good. They were 7-1 when we played them, and they're up double digits on Arizona State right now.
Really good basketball team.
So what do you take away from getting down early, coming back and making a game of it, and then not playing for 10 nights?
Yeah, as a player, you lose a game and you can't play for 10 more nights. That's not what you want. So I'd be really excited to get back out there tonight, especially after playing really well in the second half, like you said.
A little bit more on Justice. They're part of the National Christian College Association, but they've got some numbers here. Points scored, just under 100 a game. Most of that is because they walloped on Navajo Tech 4 times.
Yeah.
But that's number 2 in the country in the NCCAA. Defense only giving up 52 a game. That's best in the country in that division. And they're second in the country in field goal percentage at 52%. So I don't care who you're playing or where you're playing. If you can put it up over and make over half your shots, you're a pretty darn good team.
Yeah, and for Walker, if you're scoring 21 a game, you're a good player at doing it at this level for sure.
Yeah, J.D. Walker, 21 points a game. That's 6th best in the country in that division. Jaden Cameron, 14th in that division in the country in rebounds, and Demetrius Valdez, 7th in the nation in assists, 4.5 a game. So those are some of the players that you need to watch for Justice University. Now, Trailblazers, as we mentioned, coming off a 10-point loss 10 nights ago at Santa Clara. That was a physical game, guys. They fell behind by 19 in the first half, but clawed their way back and started to just kind of play freely. And how about Madiba Owana, a career-high 25.
Yeah, Owana played really good this game. Started off attacking the rim like you see, and then really started opening up from the three-point line when they started to gap him. And all his shots are within the offense. They're open. They're good shots. If he can keep playing like that tonight, obviously that'll be huge for Utah Tech.
He was 5 for 9 from beyond the arc. That's a career high. Finished with a career high 25. Overall, Madiba was 9 for 14 shooting. That's 64%. And then, how about Britton Barrett coming off the bench? His best game as a Trailblazer.
Yeah, you said it, probably his best game as a Trailblazer too. 4 for 5 from 3, so he's not just making a lot of shots, but shooting at a high percentage as well. And again, if he can keep that up for Utah Tech's offense with Potter, it would really help.
He was also, Britton was 5 for 5 from the free throw line.
Only missed 2 shots the whole game.
All night. That's almost perfection right there.
Yeah.
In fact, at the free throw line, Britton has yet to miss. Barrett is 11 for 11 from the free throw line as the Trailblazers now making their way out on the floor to get ready for Justice University. Now, this is one of those games, Mason, and how do you handle as a player? They're really not Division I level all across the board. You're expected to have a big blowout win tonight, and you can't overlook these guys because they do have some players, especially when you look ahead to a week from tonight. We go to Ogden to take on Weber State.
You got Weber State and Creighton ahead of you if you're Utah Tech. So those will be different opponents than tonight. But Justice, they're a good basketball team. They're going to be undersized tonight. They're going to have challenges in that way. But they're talented. They play hard. And you said it. If you're Coach Judkins, you don't want to be too confident and come in here and be too lazy, have some turnovers. Yeah. And if they can hang around early, then it becomes a dogfight.
All right, so talking about 10 nights ago in Santa Clara, California, Trailblazers fell behind, but clawed their way back and played some really good basketball. Time now to take a look back at the sounds of the game with the Santa Clara Broncos. Welcome inside the Levy Center in Santa Clara, California. And Madiba Owana hammers it down. Tanner Davis hammers it down with two hands. Tanner Davis takes it inside, two-handed flush.
Barrett off the bench and into the scorebook.
Britton Barrett just checked back in and busts another three. Down the barrel, good, and the foul. A chance for a 4-point play. Noah Belonga. Yes, sir. Madiba Owana. Madiba lay it up. Yes. How about Madiba Owana? Madiba Owana. Light it up from beyond the arc. Left corner, Barrett, three ball. Yes, sir. That's a career high. Up ahead to Belonga. Hammer dunk with two hands. Otter finishes it off with two hands. Woo! What a tough physical ball game. All right, so you can see there a lot of good moments for the Trailblazers. One problem they had, 22 turnovers. Now Santa Clara, full court press the entire game, just like the Texas schools do in the WAC conference. Tarleton, Abilene Christian, so UT Arlington, they like to pick you up at full court, put a lot of pressure. Trailblazers did not handle that very well in the first half. Half of those 22 turnovers resulting into 23 points for Santa Clara, but they were still able to come back, cut it to 7, and have a chance in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, turnovers, I mean, that's a part of any program. If you're trying to win a game, you cannot turn the ball over, especially that much, especially live ball turnovers that lead to 23 points.
Yeah.
But again, if you can turn the ball over that much and still hang around, you have some strengths in other areas that they can definitely build off of.
And you talked about Madiba Owana's career night, Britton Barrett's career night. The other guys kind of had an off night.
Yeah.
So it was good to see that they were still competitive against a really good team when some of your main guys that you rely on did not have their best night.
That's basketball, though. I mean, it's pretty rare that you're going to have all your guys playing at their best every night. Yeah. Usually your best players, your stars will do that. Yeah. But it's always going to be a team effort every game.
Trailblazers will be shorthanded 2 players tonight. First of all, Toby Aribi got swacked across the face, poked in the eye. He's under concussion protocol. He's not able to go tonight. So the same guy that swiped Toby in the face late in the second half is the same guy that started the confrontation with Chance Trujillo, which Chance Trujillo tried to push him away, closed the fist, and he got a punch in on him. And so
I saw that on my TikTok.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, yeah, that made social media and ESPN as well. So Chance Trujillo's not going to play. He got ejected for fighting, but it was precipitated by the other guy. Slam dunk, came over, talked smack to him and bumped him, and he reacted. It was wrong, and he's suspended, not able to play tonight. So a couple other guys are going to have to step up, and they're going to get the opportunity to say, all right, Coach, I can step in and do something good.
Yeah, it's Nick's man up, and then, let's call it what it is. Justice is a little outmatched tonight. Hopefully we can build up a lead and we can get some of these other players in and get them some minutes.
All right, counting down the moments till tip-off. Utah Tech and Justice, the head coach, when we come back.
Welcome to Utah Tech University. From classrooms to cliffs and lectures to lakes. Here, we celebrate active learning, active life. Our Trailblazers learn by doing, are career ready, and solve real problems with real partners to meet community needs. Here, students get the full college experience and choose from 300 affordable academic programs. All in one of the most stunning destinations on Earth. With this as your backyard, life is just as active as your education. Come experience active learning, active life at Utah Tech University.
Back here in Burns Arena, we're counting down the moments till tip-off. Utah Tech and Justice University. Time now for the final word with head coach John Judkins.
Coach, it's been 10 days since you played a game, had a lot of practice time here at home. What did you want to get accomplished during that time?
Well, we never have enough practice time. But again, getting back Thursday. We gave them Friday off, the weekend off, and then we got finals. That was a big reason why we just scheduled this game on Saturday, was just trying to get our guys with their finals and doing well in the classroom. So we did get a lot of stuff done, but we also had a lot of guys that were out because of finals. They weren't there on Monday or they weren't there on Wednesday. But again, just kind of the things we've talked about all year long is executing late in the game. Defensively, there's some things that we want to tighten up a little bit better in the post play. So we've been working on that a little bit defensively, and just kind of going through our stuff, watching a lot more film, trying to have them learn through film. Everybody learns differently, Rod. Some learn it by seeing it, and some learn it by doing it. So we try to do our best to do both those, and so I feel that they could get. But in these final weeks, you're so tired of studying, and you're so tired of different things, and then once you've done it and you're done, you can't do anything about it. So now the frustration's out. Now let's go play ball, and that's kind of what we hope happens.
So with all the film viewing and some practice time, what did you learn from that game against Santa Clara? Because there were things on both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, there's good and bad. I mean, every game you see good and bad out of it. I thought we did some really good things the second half. We took care of the ball better. The first half we had way too many turnovers. Gave up too many offensive rebounds. The second half we did a lot better, and we kind of made it a game. I mean, with a minute 30, we're down 7. So we were there. They had us losing by 20, and I thought our guys did some really good things. Not one of our better performances by some of our guys, but then we had some of our guys step up. I thought Britt played really well. He went 3 for 3 or 4 for 4 from the 3-point line. I thought Ethan had a good run. Chance kind of struggled a little bit with his shot, and Tanner a little bit with some of his turnovers and different things. But again, I thought overall we got some good stuff out of that, and we handled their pressure a little bit better the second half, and I think that's going to help us in conference play.
All right, your three-point shooting has been lower than you wanted, but the last couple of games you've seen an improvement. What do you want to see tonight?
Well, they just got to keep shooting it. We got to get open shots. If they miss an open shot and it's in our offense and our flow, we're okay with that. That's all you can hope for, is get open shots. The ones that I don't like is when we're forcing threes, where guys are in our face or we're trying to dribble to shoot a three. I just think that's not us. When we share it, we always say get inside out. When we go inside out, either with a post or with penetration and out, we shoot the ball a lot better. So we've done a lot more in practice with it. We spent more time shooting in practice. They need to get in here on their own, but also during practice, we have to do better as coaches to get them more shots. And then it's going to come. And then the confidence will go up, Rod, and when you have confidence, you shoot a lot better.
All right, Mason, final thoughts before we get going on this thing.
I think if you're Utah Tech, you're supposed to win tonight, so I think it's important you get off to a good start. Don't let Justice hang around early, and then go rebound, go pound these guys on the boards.
About ready for tip-off. You can listen to it on the Fan Sports Radio or watch it over on ESPN+. Tip-off, Utah Tech, Justice, coming up next.